Welcome to the Verdict Reaction. My name is Michael Walker, and we're so excited that you have chose to join us today as we're getting ready to talk about the movie Halloween. And when we look at Halloween, the franchise, it started back in 1978 and was created by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. And this has been a tremendous movie franchise that's been going on for years. And we look at the basic story of Halloween. We're looking at basically the prime focus is on a little boy named Michael Myers, who was committed to a crazy house as a child for the murder of his sister Judith Myers. 15 years later, he escaped to stalk and kill the people of this fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois. Michael killing occurred around the holiday of Halloween. So this basically is a Halloween movie. It's very good. Got Jamie Lee Curtis in it, who does a fantastic job. And if you haven't seen the movie Halloween, I want to encourage you to go and watch it. So far, you got 11 in the franchise, 11 movies so far, and they're coming out with another one here in October. And we're going to be talking about that. But today I got a exciting host with me. It's my daughter, my oldest daughter, Samantha. Samantha, welcome to the show.
Thank you for asking me to be on it.
Have you ever seen the movie Halloween?
I have seen parts of the old one, but that was so before my time because, you're a little bit older than me. But the Halloween movies were probably the first scary movie that I watched as a kid. I mean, truly scared me. So, and I would say, mentioning Jamie Lee Curtis, she was a teenager when the first one was filmed, so it really jump-started her career. And if you're like me, I love IMDb. It's an app where you can look up any movie, any TV show, and it'll give you who was in it, pretty much anything you want to know about the movie. Well, one of the interesting facts on it is that she got the part from John Carpenter as a kind of a nod to her mother, who was in the movie Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock, iconic shower where she screams, so that's why Jamie Lee Curtis got the role in the first one.
And she does a fantastic job. She appeared in the new movie that's coming out in October of 2021. She is returning to her role there. But there's kind of a twist in Halloween, the old one and the new one. Number one, the old one, Jamie Lee Curtis was Michael Myers' sister.
Yeah.
And the one that came out, the latest one, 2018, she wasn't his sister. But I will say this, that John Carpenter does a very good job doing this movie. But I must admit, I love it with Rob Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Done his. Rob Zombie took another look at Halloween because he went into deeper about Michael Myers, the way his home life was, what he was raised in, and what he was going through. And I really like that because you truly have an opening of the young Michael Myers, what drove him to be who he is.
Yeah, and if you've never seen the Rob Zombie version of Halloween, just a little heads up. Rob Zombie, his films are really intense, so you may want to watch, House of a Thousand Corpses or something, before you go straight into it, because his way of telling the story is a lot different than someone like John Carpenter. But it is, I thought it was fantastic. I love kind of getting the backstory why Michael was how he is, without spoiling the whole movie. You kind of see that his mother's an exotic dancer and gets picked on for that. He has an abusive stepfather. His sister was, a loose girl, and the one he killed. And then the one, that Jamie Lee Curtis portrays in the original one, his baby sister, he was really close with her. And so, it goes to show that how he dealt with his mother's suicide and dealt with being in the insane asylum as a child, but it also showed how he got his mask and how they evolved over time, which I thought was really interesting. It goes beyond just seeing a guy in a mask. You have a backstory and almost kind of go back on it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed how the mask came into play. It showed how that came in play. And he was really close to his baby sister, which was Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right.
And Rob Zombie really hit a home run on know more about Michael Myers' life, know more about his mother and sister, and how the mask came into play, and things like this. I really enjoy that. What is your favorite, Samantha? What is your favorite Halloween movie?
My favorite Halloween movie is definitely H2O, 20 years later. It's after those I think it was 5 that came out after the original one. This one, Jamie Lee Curtis, she's back in, and it's 20 years from the date that all that happened, and she's dealing with her son, being older now. I really like that one because the ending of it, if you haven't seen it, it's fantastic, but the ending when she kind of goes crazy and she's like, no, I'm not going to let it end here, follows him in the ambulance and has that, she chops off his head at the end. Of course, she didn't know that it wasn't him. He removed someone, he crushed someone's vocal cords, and the person was trying to tell her, we see in Resurrection, the one right after that she was in the insane asylum as well because of that incident. But I just really liked that one. I thought she was really good in that, really fierce, and I thought it was really good. I watch it every year. The opening scene, I can't listen to Mr. Sandman, that song, without thinking about the opening scene of that movie. When the nurse, he goes to the nurse's house, and the 2 boys go in to help her, and you have a young Justin Gordon-Levitt in that one. So that one's my favorite. The one after that, Resurrection, I thought was, I will watch it, but it's not good. It's a little far-fetched. It really has nothing to do with the original story. But I will say, in the beginning of that one, when he goes to see his sister, to see Jamie Lee Curtis, and he is leaving after he kills her, he stabs her. When he is leaving, and he gives the guy that's in the insane asylum, he gives him the knife. I thought that was so smart, because they're going to think that he's the one who killed him.
Yes.
Not that he's worried about getting caught, because I think that's one of the scary things about Michael is that he can walk and he could be the fastest person in the world, and you're going to turn around and say, right. So that's scary. He can catch you no matter what, or he always can get to you. But my favorite is H2O. It's 20 years later, hands down. I do like the Rob Zombie one, but 20 years later is my go-to.
What you think about Michael Myers from the old and the Rob Zombie? Because the old one, he looks pretty scary, but Rob Zombie, Michael Myers looked like a monster. He was huge and big.
Yeah, I think I read that in Rob Zombie's version of Halloween, the actor that played Michael is the tallest to date that has played him, and I want to say he was like 6'7", 6'8". So just that stature, makes it so much more intimidating. And even his mask is more worn and things like that, so it's a little scary. But I thought he was scarier scarier looking in the Rob Zombie version because he's so big.
What you thought about Jamie Lee Curtis' role being changed? Did it affect you any from going from the older movies? He was Michael's sister, even the one you liked? He was a Michael's sister, and to the new one, especially the one that's coming out this October, he is portray her as not his sister.
Yeah, and as for me, who has seen him so many times, she's always going to be his sister to me. I see her now, it's still just, that's what I think, that's his sister. I really don't care for the change. I liked it. To me, it made it more personal when it was his sister. But, it was still really good. We went and seen the new Halloween. We seen it in theaters. And it had some really good moments. But yeah, to me, it'll always be his sister.
I think Jamie Lee Curtis, her part is just as good as it was when she first made Halloween. She does such a good job to me on these movies of Halloween. She will always be remembered for her role in Halloween. And when you think of Halloween, you got to think about her.
Right. It's just like doing a crossover really quick. You can't think of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies without thinking about Nancy, right? That heroine, that central figure, and that's what Jamie Lee Curtis was. And actually, after 1 month after H2O released, Jamie Lee Curtis got her star on the level.
Yes. Let me ask you this right here: can Michael Myers be killed?
Well, apparently not, because he's been burnt. How many times has he's been killed? He's been shot. I don't think so, but what scary monster villain really can be killed? You know? How many times have you seen him, just pop up in another movie?
Well, it's just like no one wants to see their heroes gone.
Right.
And no one wants to see their monster gone. So they keep on bringing him back, and there's no way anybody can went through what he went through.
Yeah.
But the story, you think what else can they add to the story? And they keep on bringing it back and doing a good job adding to it and things like this. So, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis in the new one, she got a family to protect. She don't want them to go through the horror that she went through. So she's trying to kill him off. But, you know, Michael keep coming back.
And it's taking a mental toll on her. Mental and physical. I mean, you see it in the last one that she's starting to get a little crazy. You know, she had broken relationship with her daughter because of it, because she had sheltered her for so long. So I think, you know, we'll probably see that play a little more in the next movie.
Well, Samantha, you know this is called the Verdict Reaction, and this is where we give actions to the movies. And like we're talking about, Halloween so far has 11 movies out, and they're fixing to have a number 12, which, do you know who's directing them?
Yes, it is David Gordon Green, the same guy who directed the Halloween movie that came out in 2018.
He will do a fantastic job. So this is the verdict, and what we do, we give a score between 1 to 10, what we think about the Halloween's franchise, the movies, and things like this. So, on your scale, I'm going to let you go first. On your scale, from 1 to 10, what will you rate the series?
I wish it was a little scarier. Now that I'm older, it's not as scary anymore. But it is, you know, my comfort movie in the month of October. I mean, just seeing, I think if I seen someone dressed up as it would still scare me. So I would say an 8.5.
8.5?
8.5, yeah.
Well, I love Halloween. I was born in the 70s, so I have seen a lot of the movies. Now, I will say this. I like this type of movie better than what they've been coming out like. I love vampire movies, but, you know, to me, Blade, I love Blade, but it's not scary. It's action. It's not what you call an official horror movie. It's more of an action vampire movie. So, and I'm into horror movies. When I was a young kid, I loved Hammer videos. Lots of people that's my age, I'm 50 years old, know about the Hammer videos that was out years ago. I'm into them types of old horror movies. But Halloween had a good story. John Carpenter started, and Deborah started off with a good written story on Halloween. Now, the old version, I will have to give it probably an 8. Rob Zombie, I will give it a 9 because I love how he went back earlier and showed how Michael Myers became Michael Myers. There's a lots of questions. People want to know, you know, about the mask. Well, he brought that out. He showed how the mask got started. He showed why he became the way he did.
How he started by killing animals.
Yes, by killing people. Yeah, he started by killing animals first, and then went on to people. So I give it a 9. A good story. Rob Zombie done a fantastic job. And the new one that you said, David Gordon, it's good. I wish Jamie Lee Curtis was still been his sister. But even though he changed it, Jamie Lee Curtis does a fantastic job in it. And I'll have to give it a 9. I can't wait when the new one come out to see, because the last one, you remember, he was trapped in the house, and the house was on fire. She was going to burn him alive. So I'm I'm ready to see, because I want to see how did he get out and what they're going to have to do. So I'll give the new one a 9. So I think it's going to be good. What you think?
I think so. I can't wait to see it. October 15th, 14th, 15th.
I think it's the 15th, October 15th, 2021. Be at your theaters, and I encourage you during the Halloween season that you go out and see this new movie. I'm sure that you're going to like it. And if you have never seen none of the older ones, please do. If you want to know more in depth how Michael Myers become Michael Myers, the mask and everything, you need to watch Rob Zombie one. But it is different. I must tell you, it is different from John Carpenter. But it does go in depth how it all really got started. So it was real good. I hope you enjoyed the Verdict Reaction Day, and I'm glad my daughter was with me today to do this. I really enjoy her being here with me and to do this. We want you, if you're not part of our family, the Verdict Reaction, we want you to be part of our family, and the way to do that is subscribe to our channel. Subscribe and hit the bell icon, and it will let you know when we upload a new reaction video. And we want you to comment. Let us know what your favorite Halloween movie is, and let us know what your favorite part is about Halloween. What you think about Rob Zombie and David Gordon movie, the director of these new ones. We would love to hear from you. We'd love for you to be part of the family, the Verdict Reaction family, and be part of the show by commenting and telling us things that you like about the show. So we would love for you to do that. But it has been an exciting time to be with you today. We hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe and like us. And until next time, start watching them Halloween movies. We hope you have a good day. Until next time.